Hi, Leo. This is Eileen, and this is October 2022 tarot reading today that I'm doing live. And the way I'm doing the readings now is all of them are live on live stream with chat, so that after the reading is done, you can ask questions. And the questions, it doesn't matter what sign you are for asking questions, so you can be any sign. And anyway, so first I'm going to get into the October Leo reading. So for October so far, you've got Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Four of Cups, Eight of Swords, Judgment, King of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Page of Cups, Seven of Swords. So, okay, now this is a general reading, so some of these cards may resonate with you while others do not. If I'm doing a private reading, then I'm just focusing in on your circumstances. And I am reading the meanings of the cards as well as tuning in on a psychic level. And so you've got, starting out with the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is just a really no-nonsense person who works really hard. She's worked hard to get wherever she is and can get impatient with people and even be very critical of others and let them know. So she's just in a just very business-like kind of mode here. Now, this could be you embracing the qualities of the Queen of Swords in the month of October. Perhaps you're in a position of authority, maybe in your work. You might be a manager or an owner, or just even in your home environment. You might be, the one who takes the lead and takes charge around the home, where, if you see people that are slacking off, whether it's in the workplace or in your home environment, you might be quick to let them know that they need to do their share also. So, or if someone says something to you don't like, you might be very quick to come right back at them. So if this is not you, this could be someone around you in the month of October. It could be someone in the workplace, like a manager or owner. I'm not feeling like if it is somebody at work, that they really have anything against you, but I feel like there have been times for some of you who are dealing with this person in your life that they have been offensive to you in something they've said. And sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. They may have said something to you that you just found very offensive and that you haven't forgotten. So you might be looking at that person like they don't have a very good approach when they're dealing with people or something like that. So, but I'm not getting any kind of real problems coming from this person. And in some cases, this is you feeling like you've been misunderstood when you've gotten a little irate with someone. So let's see. And then you've got the Queen of Pentacles here. And Queen of Pentacles is someone who works hard also to get where she is, lives a good life, gets to really enjoy certain luxuries, small luxuries, big luxuries, whatever. And she's aware. Oh, hi, Biker Babe. I'm glad to see you here today. She's aware that she's doing well, that she's very fortunate, especially compared to a lot of other people. And she truly knows she has a lot to be grateful for. And she does have an attitude of gratitude, but at the same time, she's always takes her responsibilities very seriously. She's not the type to, I don't know, put too much burden on others, because I guess the feeling I'm getting from this person is she takes a lot of burdens upon her own shoulders and feels like that's the way it's been for a long time. So this could be a number of you in the role of the Queen of Pentacles in October. And I do feel, if this is you, that you've carried a lot of responsibilities throughout most of your life. Maybe even in childhood, you showed leadership qualities and just taking charge around the home. Maybe if you had siblings that were younger or whatever, or parents that needed help in the home or anything like that, kind of like a take charge philosophy that you've had within you since you were very young. And so you grew up being this way, and this is just your way of life, but it has paid off for you, and money you've made and abundance you've had and prosperity, but you just look at it as your way of life. This is how you live. There's always lots of responsibilities. There's always work to be done. And so you do take time to enjoy what you have and be grateful for all you have. But at the same time, I feel like you're very strong, hardworking, have a lot of energy, unless some days you just get burned out and you got to rest or something. But overall, you seem to hold up a lot better than a lot of other people do. That's what I'm getting from this for a number of you. I feel like quite a few of you Leos, this is you. And even though the Pentacles do relate to the earth signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, I just feel like this is you for quite a few of you Leos. So, but you're living well, you're doing well. And even though you've had plenty of times over the years that you've had a lot of challenges, and you might be having challenges you're dealing with right now, but you're not settling for any, like, when you go, we have so many peaks and valleys, sometimes we're up high, then we're down low in the valley. It's like, when you're in one of those valleys, it's temporary. You're going to keep working and staying the course, and you're going to climb right back up again. That's just part of life, and because you keep rising above things and doing well. And this is like, I just get this as a long-term, the rest of your life, the way you live. But it's overall comfortable in spite of whatever challenges. But you've become so strong dealing with the challenges over the years that you're really built for them. It's like people look at you and it's like, I feel like sometimes people, when they look at you and look at how you work and what you've accomplished and what you've been through, if people know you well enough to know challenges you've gone through, they just feel like you're kind of like Superwoman or something, or Superman if you're a man, whatever. It's like they just look at you as such a strong character, whether or not they say it, but they see you that way. So they know also they can't pull one over on you, like you're sharp. You've been through a lot, dealt with a lot of different kind of people, and you don't fall for things easily. I mean, you've gotten your heart broken, and you might get it broken again, but you don't fall for things. You're not naive. Next card you have is Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is about moving away from something that has not served you well, or maybe at one time it was good, but things are changing now. Things are not the way they were in the past with this situation. For some of you, this might be a relationship. For others, I keep trying to get the card out of the glare of the light. Can't seem to find a right spot for it. Maybe here. For some of you, this could be a relationship. For some, I'm feeling like for some of you, this has to do with multiple people that you're moving away from in one way or another. It could be in a work environment where things had been going well, and then they kind of turned sour, or just it just stopped being good for you. So you recognize it was time to move on. It could be relationships in your personal life. Some of it could be romantic. Others of it could be family relationships or friends, neighbors, whatever, just people that were around you that at one time you may have been enjoying their company and fitting in well with them, and things transitioned. This is meant to be, though. So in some cases, it may have been hurtful to you. It may have been disappointing, but it's like you're accepting it and moving on. And that's the best way to be, because sometimes if you keep staying in a situation, once it's no longer serving your purpose, the universe will squeeze you out, and the universe is not always gentle when it squeezes you out of something. But for some of you, this may have been kind of a hurtful situation where you felt people offended you or let you down or turned on you in one way, or turned cold on you. Maybe people that were at one time, or this could be one person or multiple at one time, like welcomed you and included you as like you were connected with them, and then things shifted. I feel like for some of you that are going through this at this time, or have been recently, or will be coming up soon, that if people turned on you or seemed to turn on you, or not be, all of a sudden they didn't care about you as much, or they looked at you in a negative light instead of a positive, I feel like they sensed something in you that's growing, outgrowing them. That's what I feel like. I feel like they saw it somehow. They saw it in your energy or in your demeanor, sensed it in your energy. And I don't feel like you were being rude or doing anything. You were not acting like you were above them. Somehow they interpreted that you were outgrowing them. And it's almost like they wanted to beat you to the punchline there, kind of like they were going to reject you before you could reject them, if that makes sense. That's what I'm getting for some Leos. So that might be more specific just for certain people. Okay, and then let's see. Then you've got the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups, this is about maybe taken for granted your good, your prosperity, all the good you have. And see there, the person there is at the door. I mean, they got a nice setup. It looks like they're at the beach to me. That looks like the water and the waves outside the door and the sand. And they're bringing another goblet for them. They've already got 3 goblets in front of them already, and just acting like they're unhappy and nothing's good enough and whatever. And the person's at the door holding another goblet, lining like they're lined up for them, for this person, and they don't see the good they have all around them. They don't understand just how fortunate this person does not understand just how fortunate they are and how good they have it. And so they're too busy worrying or feeling sorry for themselves, or, life gives them the short end of the stick. Why does that keep happening? And they have good things lining up for them and they don't recognize it. They don't appreciate it. So this may or may not be you in some respects, but it could be someone you know. That's what I'm feeling like for some of you Leos. This might be someone around you now. Maybe you're in a relationship with this person. And I know the fire signs. I'm a fire sign. I'm Aries. Us fire signs, we like to be optimistic. We like to have a sunny disposition. I mean, every day is not going to be all rainbows and happiness. You got life to deal with. But overall, we like to be optimistic. And Leos are very much that way. Leos have a very bright, sunny kind of disposition. So if you're having a bad day one day, there's a good chance you're going to go to bed and wake up back to normal the next day, unless there's really something really serious going on in your life. And so I find this to me is not a typical Leo unless you're really going through something tough at the moment. So it's making me wonder if for some of you, you're involved with this person, either in a romantic relationship, or it might be a family member or a friend, somebody you're good friends with, whatever it is, you might spend a lot of time around this person. And it's hard, even though maybe you have tried to pass along your sunny disposition to this person, they don't seem to adopt it very well. Oh, hello, G. Covington. Good afternoon to you too. They don't, it's like it doesn't sink in. So, so if you're going through something right now and this is you, I guess the advice would be to try to look up and look around you and remind yourself of all the abundance, all the good things you have, and all you have to be grateful for. And sometimes we do go through difficult transitions, because that's just living on this earth plane. It can be a tough road to be on, and that anyway from all your experiences. And just it's almost kind of like you got to talk yourself back into looking for the light at the end of the tunnel, and believing in yourself and the universe and everything again, and your dreams, goals. If it's someone close to you, if it's someone close, I feel like you have tried to influence them in a more positive manner, like yourself. If this is someone close to you, I really feel like you've tried, but they might be kind of stuck, hung up in their way of looking at things, which might be glass half empty instead of glass half full. So anyway, the advice about this card is don't let a good opportunity pass you by. If this is you, or maybe someone close to you, you don't want to let a good opportunity. These goblets are being lined up for the person, meaning some kind of abundance or love, or something's being offered, and the person's too not being in a state of being, not happy or bored or dissatisfied or whatever, and not recognizing all the good around them. And then here you've got the Eight of Swords, and this is about feeling restricted, feeling stuck in some situation you're in. So some of you might be stuck in some relationship right now, or some job situation, or a living arrangement where you're just not sure how you're going to work your way out of it. And let me see here what I'm getting. I do feel for those of you that are temporarily stuck in some circumstances, whether it's a living arrangement, a relationship, or a job, you will be able to work your way out of this. I feel like you are stronger than whoever is trying to restrict you, mistreat you, whatever is going on, because I'm getting negative energies around you. So if it's a workplace situation, some of the people around you might be very negative or bitter, or making you feel like like you don't belong there, which I feel like you don't, to tell the truth. You belong in a much better environment than this, whatever this is. But it's almost like I see they see things in you. They see strength. They see talent. They see beauty. They see things in you they don't see in themselves. And they know it runs deep in you. You don't just look good on the surface and empty on the inside. They might sometimes be looking good on the surface and kind of empty or not so good inside. They know it's running solid, kind of like you're solid gold. That's what they see in you, and they resent it. They want to hold you up in one way or another. They want to slow down your progress. They know you are destined to something really good in your life, to accomplishing just being happy. They know, they can see it, they can sense it. It's like your energy radiates so strongly. It's like it's bright like the sun. So they understand it, and they resent it. They're jealous. So whoever's going through this, you are plenty strong enough to work your way out. You will be able to work your way out. If it's a job, just start finding a way to extricate yourself, whether it's changing departments or getting a new job. If it's a living arrangement, just start making your plans. You just have to keep quiet when you're making your plans. You don't want other people to know what you're doing. If it's some kind of relationship you're in, keep it to yourself and work on your plan quietly. And then when it's time to make your exit, then people can understand and you just move on, because you don't need to explain anything. And any information you say to give it away, they'll try to sabotage you, is what I'm getting. And I just keep getting, you're way stronger than them, even if it's multiples against you. You're stronger than all of them. That's what I get here. So whoever this applies to, like I said, it's a general reading. So some cards may resonate while others do not. Then you've got the Judgment card here. And the Judgment, I mean, look at this. I mean, this person's so happy skipping along the path here. I'm feeling this is judgment. Like maybe these people, if this is you, are being judged, and you have your freedom. You broke loose. You're on your path and being happy and doing well, and just moving along, finally feeling free, and just feeling a wonderful energy about this newfound freedom that you have. It's like, for whoever has been going through that Eight of Swords, it may have been going on for a good while, because when you finally get free, your spirit is singing and joyful. It's like you feel so alive, so full of life, and so happy and so grateful. And it's like you feel like you can do anything now. You can do whatever you want, and you just know you're going to land on your feet, and things are going well. You feel full of health and energy and enthusiasm. I mean, it's just a different world. It's like a difference of day and night. It's like you're really being the person you were meant to be from your heart and soul. So this Judgment card is telling me that things will be worked out for you, to be made fair, so that you can finally break free of whatever or whoever was causing you to be restricted, not to feel good about yourself, to feel. And this could even tie in with that Four of Cups, where this person is feeling, maybe these two tie in together, like a feeling of being stuck, like, oh, what's the use? And there's good things being lined up here. But this, I get so much strength from this card here. You're so strong. You're going to be able to break out of that situation a lot easier than you think. That's what I'm feeling from this card. It's not going to be as difficult as you believe it will be. It's because the universe is on your side. You have right on your side. And it's just, it's like these swords are going to just fall by the wayside, and you're going to get up and throw these restrictions off of you and move forward in a very strong, confident manner and keep going along in your life and have your freedom finally. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is right underneath the Queen of Pentacles. That's something. You got these two queens, a king, and King of Pentacles is someone who's worked and done really well, so lives a really good life. And let's see what I'm getting here. Likes the finest of everything. I mean, that could be the King of Pentacles house in the background there. The King of Pentacles. What's he holding in his hand? It looks like a nice big chocolate frosting cake to me. Is it a crown? I've been wanting cake and icing lately. I think that's, I'm seeing things I want. But he's doing well. He's got a glass of wine. Yeah, he's doing well. He's in touch with nature. Look at all the vines growing around, like around his legs and everything. It's like he's in touch with nature and all that's good in the world. He's living a good life. So this could be you embracing the energy, the emotions and feelings of the King of Pentacles. This could also be a potential romantic partner for you. Let me get my water here. Excuse me. Yeah, for some of you, this King of Pentacles. Hello, Mara. Hello, Rachel. Or is it Raquel? Rachel or Raquel? I'm not sure which. If I'm, that might be Raquel. Is that Raquel? But anyway, hello and welcome, everybody. So this King of Pentacles could represent a potential love interest for some of you, because I do feel that this person is free and open to having a wonderful love. And it could be even this being you, the Queen of Pentacles, matching up with this King of Pentacles, where the two of you have a really good life together. That the Queen of Pentacles is already working hard and achieving things for herself. And then you meet this King of Pentacles, and the two of you just bond together really well. And these could be interchangeable, male, female, whatever energies. But I just feel like for some of you, this could represent a new romantic interest. Maybe someone you've met already, could be somebody you're seeing, or someone you will be meeting. This King of Pentacles really likes to live a good quality life, likes to enjoy life, take vacations here and there. Another hardworking person, but also wants to make sure they're enjoying the things they've worked so hard for. But I feel like this would be a good potential match. This Queen and King of Pentacles, this could be you with your partner, either your romantic partner now or going forward. And this could really, I mean, be a solid, strong, long-term relationship for some of you. Yeah. Yeah, so I like that. Six of Swords. Six of Swords is about moving on from a difficult situation. So again, this ties in with this Eight of Swords here. For some of you, when you finally get your freedom, you're going to be in such a hurry to move on with your life. Some of you could be physically making a physical move, relocating from one home to another. Others of you leaving a job finally after not being treated as well as you should have, or excuse me, whatever it is, and moving on from that. It's like you just want to get away from that because you know there's something much better. For some of you that are in this Six of Wands energy going forward, I do feel you were mistreated or I don't know, and almost said neglected, just not treated like you should have been, almost treated like you were not valuable, or maybe some people like to point a finger and blame others for their problems or whatever. Could even be a case of that, where people wanted to blame you because they weren't happy, or whatever it was. If something's missing with them, well, maybe it's your fault. Like, this could have been a romantic relationship or family, some living arrangement, or a job, where somehow people were looking at you like you weren't holding up your end of things. You didn't do all you should have done, or something like that. I'm getting for some of you that are in the Six of Swords energy. It's like you really needed to get out from under that and get away and get your freedom. And you see, there's others who are also moving on in that direction at the same time. So you could be along with others, making an exit or a move of some sort. Or if you're not with others doing this, you might be getting advice from others, or encouragement, or something like that, where they're saying, yeah, you need to move on from this. It could be that type of thing also. But it might be kind of difficult, because maybe it's a situation you've been in for a long time, whether it's relationship, or, like I said, a living arrangement, or a job. You might feel initially a little insecure, although you need to go, but a little insecure about your future. But you have good things. You have a lot of good things coming up for you. You have so much good energy here. You've got the Page of Cups. Now, the cups do relate to the water signs of Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. And so this could be someone, and a page is a younger person, maybe somebody in their 20s, or maybe 30ish, maybe even younger. So this could represent a young family member, friend, or if you're in that age bracket, maybe a potential friend or romantic partner. But overall, it might just be someone around you, maybe a younger family member or something like that. And this Page of Cups can be very charming and nice. I feel almost like they might be, to me, it feels like they get a little overly sensitive about things, get their feelings hurt real easily. So I'm getting from this Page of Cups, they might think somebody owes them an apology. Like, I don't know if maybe you were irate with someone, and who's a little younger or something, and or maybe just your tone came across a little harsh with this person, and they're thinking you owe them an apology or something. But I mean, perhaps you do, perhaps you do not. Because I'm feeling this person's super sensitive, and they kind of hold things in, and kind of brood over things. And I'm getting a little bit of that with this person. Almost, I don't want to say like a victim, but almost like, whatever it was, they deserve better, or something like that. I feel like it's more like their attitude than anything else that they feel that way. That's what I feel like. It's out of this being very super sensitive. And then you've got the Seven of Swords here. Seven of Swords is about someone either stealing something from you, or trying to steal something. Could be someone even in the workplace trying to take credit for some work you did. See, I kind of feel like that even ties in with this Eight of Swords here, or this Six of Swords, with people not treating you right, people trying to take your good from you, that, something that belongs to you. And it's like they feel like they don't have as much, and you have more, or you're going to have more in the future, because they just see this bright light in you and this strength, and they just see like you're going to rise up above them. And it's a combination of them wanting to slow you down, hurt you in some way, take something from you, even if they're just trying to take away your confidence. If they can do that, try to chip away at your confidence, your self-esteem, because they feel sorry for themselves. They feel like they're kind of a victim here, so they don't want to see you rise up because they feel like they're not rising up. So they don't want you to rise up either. So that sounds like for some of you, it might be someone close to you in some kind of a relationship, possibly people at work, that type of thing. So, and again, it's a general reading. So for some of you that might resonate and others may not so much. And okay, so let's see. Let me go ahead. So that's the Everyday Witch Tarot. So I've got the Everyday Witch Oracle cards. So I want to shuffle those. And if you like my videos, be sure and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And if you have subscribed, I thank you for your subscriptions. And feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments. If anybody would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. Okay, so what is your message for Leo for the month of October? What's your message for Leo for October? What is your message for Leo for the month of October? Okay, I'm going to fan these out. Oh, I like this. Okay, this says imagine and envision. So this is about creating the world you want for yourself. See, she's sitting there with her notebook, drawing pictures and writing notes, imagining. See, she wants more money. She wants coins. She wants to move up. Got that crown there. Oh, that's a unicorn, a castle, a nice home. Is that a goldfish on there? The big fluffy tail. Kitty's grabbing at something. Oh, something on wings, like a little, is that a winged dragon or something? A ring, maybe a wedding ring, engagement ring or something. So she's making notes and pictures about what she wants and what she's dreaming of. And this is great for manifestation, for your creative visualization, to have a notebook where that you can even if you're not writing in it and drawing pictures, where you can keep going over it and reading and looking at what you put in it. And the more visuals you have for yourself, the better. And so to help you to imagine and have quiet time, maybe if you have a time in nature or someplace that's pleasant and relaxing for you, so you can imagine what you want and be drawing it to you and just feel the energy of how happy you'll be to have your new home, or to have your ideal relationship, to have the coins, the money in your bank account you want, to have the freedom, the good health, just to be out, maybe spend more time with nature where you can have more private time of your own and not have to work as hard as what you do now. Just whatever is your ideal way of life, the more you can envision it, imagine it, envision it, and feel the energy of it being now, of it's your way of life. Like that's who you are. The more you can draw that to you. So I love that. That's a great message there. Okay, and then let's see what other card you have here. Okay. Affirmation for positive change. See, this even reminds me of the Six of Swords, moving on, because see, she's in her little boat here looking out ahead, and oh, look, there's a mermaid in the water. Kitty's on the boat. Imagery is so interesting here. The ship out at sea there. She's it's like, to me, I see here affirmation for positive change, making affirmations. This ties in with your imagine and envision idea here. Any kind of affirmations you can be repeating to yourself every day, even put them in writing, have them with you, keep referring to them. Just try to feel the energy of that affirmation being real in your life now, that it's here now, and keep radiating that kind of energy. And then the impression I'm getting from her being on the little boat here, and the boat's facing out at sea, that she's moving on to better circumstances. She's looking at the big ship up ahead. I mean, this could even relate to, a job that you look at as it doesn't pay well enough. It's too small, it's not for you. It's too small, and you're looking out ahead at a much better job, maybe with a bigger company or that pays a lot more, or your home environment where you want your nice maybe you're in a little cramped home, or maybe you're renting and you want to own a home and you're picturing your big nice home you want to have. But I see this as moving towards your dream, using those affirmations, and at the same time you're taking steps all the time, even if it's just a few minutes a day of working towards your goals and what you need to do to create that change for yourself. So she's making progress while making her affirmations. That's what I see here. Progress for the wonderful big change that she wants in her life, that she is creating for herself. And then let's see what's another message for you. Listening to wisdom. See the birds talking to her and she's listening. This is, and the truth is, you really do get information from nature. The more time you can find to spend. Oh, Biker Babe says she left the dress and jewelry behind. Oh, good point. I was wondering about that. Yeah, and the jewels hanging up on the tree branch. You're right. So she's leaving behind whatever things that did not suit her, that may have seemed fake to her, to be her true self. Good point. Veronica, Nikki, he stole my passport and all my values. Oh my God. See that? Yeah, this card does resonate with you, Veronica. Wow. Okay, listening to wisdom. And yeah, the wisdom of the trees just came into my mind. Trees are really wonderful. I get so much good energy from the trees. The trees will communicate with you. I always feel protection around the trees, that I'm protected by them if I'm surrounded by the big trees. And nature, the plants, or the creatures, the more time you can spend in nature, the more you will, if you're open and just have a relaxed attitude about it, you will get messages. You'll get little insights, or a thought might float into your mind or something when you're in that kind of environment, or just listening to your own intuition. Also, just having a relaxed mind and being open to your own intuition, guidance from, to me, I'm a big believer in God and my guardian angels. I know I get a lot of guidance from my angels, and then I hear information also from other beings that might be like, I don't know if it's deceased relatives or whatever, that I feel like is good information. It's solid. And then, but I also sometimes hear other things from other entities that are floating around that I don't welcome in my life at all. But, listen, be open, relaxed, have a relaxed frame of mind to be open to your inner guidance, or any guidance you're getting from within that feels like it's coming from a higher place. Okay, so let's see. All right. Does anybody have a question? Veronica, that's terrible. He stole my passport and all my, do you mean valuables? You've got values. I don't think he stole your values. I think what you mean are valuables. Passport and valuables. Yeah, and that's what we were getting with this Seven of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot of swords energy here for certain Leos, where people trying to cheat you, trying to prevent you from having your good. That I'm a big believer in karma, and what you put out, you get back. I'm a big believer in that. So they're going to have some kind of heavy karma or something coming back at them. You might not be aware of it when or how or anything, but to me, that's really bad, to be stealing from others. So, yeah. Veronica, you got burned so bad in that situation. I feel like you really, even though you might still be traumatized from it, I feel like as time goes by, you're really going to get strong as a result of this thing happening. Did you you have to report your passport being stolen? You don't want somebody using your passport and get a new one with a new number issued or something. I'm not sure about that, but I hope you reported it, because you don't want somebody using your identification like that. But what I'm trying to say, Veronica, Nikki, is that I feel like this was such a traumatizing situation for you to have to go through this. And you may have felt like the rug was just totally pulled out from under you with this incident happening, because that is a huge betrayal and shock for somebody to do something like that. I mean, it's bad enough if it's a total stranger, but if it's somebody you knew, oh my God, I mean, that just multiplies it that many times. I feel like it's going to be such a learning experience for you that over time, you're just going to get so much stronger and more resilient as a result of that. Once you've totally picked yourself back up from it and just moved on, because, but I do feel like you're still really just shaken by the whole thing and traumatized and you know, just feeling betrayed. And but I do feel you're going to be able to really turn that experience in your favor with the additional wisdom and sharpness you're going to have about yourself going forward, where it's going to be very hard for anybody to get away with something like that with you in the future. Sue says, my sister stole some of my mom's inheritance from me. She has tried to ruin my reputation also. Isn't that terrible? This is what's always so disturbing, when you have family members that are trying to sabotage you or will sabotage you in one way or another. Let me see. Stole some of my mom's inheritance from me. She has tried to ruin my reputation. It is sad for her, totally. But I'm feeling you're going to come out pretty good in spite of all this. And I feel like her trying to ruin your reputation, no, it's not going to work. I mean, unless it's with people that are like-minded, you know, people she associates with, I feel like they will gladly listen to all that stuff and yeah, you know, and complain about whoever they want to complain about. But I feel like people who have a good head on their shoulders are not going to believe that, you know. I just feel like I do feel that you are seen as a pretty together, strong person. And if people act like they believe any of that, I feel like it's because they're jealous of you anyway, and kind of like they just want to make you uncomfortable. But I feel like people who have a good head on their shoulders, whether they're jealous of you or not, they see that that's not true, and they see really strong, good traits in you. I feel like she's more likely just to have people of her own type, caliber, you know, listening to that kind of thing. Oh, Rachel says, I'm worried about my youngest, 17. They aren't in a good place mentally. Would appreciate some guys. Dance. Would appreciate some guidance. You put guys dance, like guys dancing on the dance floor. Yeah, guidance. I'm worried about my youngest, 17. Is this a boy? Rachel, is your youngest, the 17-year-old, a boy? Or is this a girl I'm looking at here? I'm feeling a lot of insecurity there from this offspring of yours. I'm feeling a lot of insecurity. I feel like they could be easily influenced by other people because they're kind of, I want to use the word gullible or something. They're easily influenced because they don't have a strong enough sense of themselves on the inside. And there's these insecurities, but I'm feeling they feel like they can be swayed by other people, like maybe they're if it's their friends or people at school or whatever, it feels like they are easily misguided and kind of moved in the wrong direction. I don't know if you can try to be a stronger try to be a stronger presence in their life somehow. You, or if there's another family member that you can trust. Yes, they are insecure and easily influenced. They are lost. You're correct. Has a lot of issues with friends. That's what I'm getting. You need someone who's on the right track, whether it's you or if you have another family member that they trust or they like hanging out with. They need a more positive role model to be with, because unfortunately they are being overly influenced because they don't have a strong sense of themselves. That's what I'm getting. And it's a problem. It's a problem because, if they're 17 years old, they've got more freedom, rather than a little kid that might be 8 years old or something. They have more and more freedom as they're getting older with other people and everything. So it makes it kind of a slippery thing trying to hold on to them, and trying to guide them better. But the only thing that I can feel like as a result, though, that you need to do is, if you or another parent or an older sibling, or if there's just someone that's really more stable and steady on track, can spend time with them and try to influence them somehow. Because with that older age, I'm saying old, even though 17 is very young still, they are at an age where they can be exposed to a lot more people. And I wouldn't want to see this child of yours go off to college and be living on campus or something, because they're so easily influenced. And, there's always a lot of drinking and partying and one thing or another. You don't know what they might be led into, because they may not have the will or the interest in saying no. It's like they do let others influence them way too much. And that is a concern. I understand where you're coming from on that. And also that feeling like, how are you going to get a hold of this and help guide them still in the right direction? And all that's coming to me is somebody else be able to spend time with them. So do you have anyone either in the family that's more solid that you can depend on to spend time with them, or you yourself? I feel like they tend to try to avoid spending too much time with you. Is there another parent that's available to hang out with them more, or anything like that? Oh, Sue said, thank you. Yeah, you're single. You needed the money and she knew it. Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like you're going to do fine though, Sue. You need money. You feel like you need money now. Your money's going to improve. I do see you in a strong position, Sue. So you keep focusing on what's important to you and what you want, because you're going to be doing a lot better with money. Rachel, yes, thank you. I have asked their older siblings, good, there are more older siblings, to do more with them. They won't listen to me. So hopefully they're older. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, the older sibling and father. That's what I was wondering about the father, because I feel like they tend to not want to spend time with you. They don't want to listen to you, even though you might be the best one with the best advice. It's almost like they don't want to hear it. I feel like they're afraid of facing themselves with you. Maybe you're a little, maybe they know you as being pretty upfront and honest and straightforward, and not, just saying things as they are, and they don't want to hear it. Maybe you've even said to them, I think you're very insecure, or you're too easily influenced by others, whatever it is. They don't want to hear those things because they are so sensitive and insecure that they don't want to. It's like, somebody not wanting to face themselves. They don't want to look in the mirror. They don't want to be honest because it's a fear there. Fear they have a fear that they're kind of empty inside, and they don't want it to be exposed, and they don't want somebody pointing it out. But it really, it'd be nice if I always hope for people who are feeling kind of empty inside to turn to a more spiritual path. But a lot of times they're the very ones that don't want to be on a spiritual. They've pushed you away. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. They shun you. But I feel like because they know you see inside of them, and you might sometimes voice things, and you're not trying to be hurtful, you're trying to help them, but they don't want to. It's like they don't want to deal with it. It's too difficult. They get this uncomfortable feeling, uneasy feeling under their skin that you're too honest, and they don't want you being honest. They want someone to just treat them as if everything's okay with them, and then approach them from that angle. Like they want someone to treat them as if they see this child feels like they're kind of empty inside, or what they do have inside is not too desirable. Okay. They feel like you see right into them, and you know this, that you see them as being kind of empty or not having it all together. And they would rather be around people who treat them as if they don't see through them. It makes them more comfortable. So that's why I was thinking, maybe some other siblings, their father, whoever, because they already know this about you, that you kind of like you have X-ray vision, you can see right through them. And it makes them so uneasy. And that's making me think maybe you've tried to have heart-to-heart talks and just been real honest and straightforward, and they take it more as a jab, like you're, seeing into their soul, and they don't have anything there. And, I hope that the older siblings, the father, they can have some luck helping. I do feel like this child, if they could, it's self-esteem, build up their self-esteem, learn to value themselves more, turn to a spiritual path. I don't know. I'm not getting a good feeling they're not going to go for that. Somehow, some kind of self-esteem, self-confidence building, exercises of some kind of activities, maybe if there's some kind of activities, or just something like that, Rachel. That's what I'm getting. And I know it's a challenge. It's a big challenge you're dealing with. I totally understand it. So yeah, but it's good if they do have older siblings and their father. I don't know if they've got any particular talent. I'm sure they have some kind of creative talents or something. Maybe if somebody could even encourage them to pursue some kind of creative talent they have, or if it's sports, or if it's whatever it is, something artistic, just try to get them to and get involved in something that they really enjoy and they're good at. That's a good way to build confidence and build self-esteem, when you're doing something you enjoy a lot, and you see you can make things that are good, or do something, put together something that's good. I mean, those are confidence building things. So anyway, good luck with all that, Rachel. So and you're welcome, Sue. And Sue, you're going to be doing fine too with your money. Anybody else have a question? Otherwise, I'm gonna probably wind it down pretty soon. Oh yeah, equine horse therapy. Yes, they are creative. That's what I'm feeling like. They do have creativity in them, and those are great. Confidence builders. I keep getting character building, confidence building, self-esteem building kind of activities, things that they're good at, that they enjoy. They can start getting some inner fulfillment because they feel kind of empty inside, or what is inside feels like it's not too good. So yeah, the more you can get them involved in something like that, the better. Anyway, so, oh, you're welcome, Sue. Oh, thank you, Biker Babe. Let's see, Thiago, maybe and if anyone wants to donate to my channel, you can donate by way of PayPal or on the super chat, and I totally appreciate any donations. that you want to make to my channel too. Thiago Alves. Maybe I really want to know that my fiance is not right. I'm going to the future, how to get over a love like her. Many years ago. Maybe I really want to know that my fiance is not the right one. I'm going into the future, how to get over a love like her. Oh, this is somebody from years ago that you were involved with, Thiago, and you still haven't gotten over her. Is that right? How to get over a love like her. Well, I mean, I know for me, when I was madly in love with someone and thought they were the only person in the world for me, it had to be out of sight, out of mind. I didn't let myself have any contact with that person. And then as time went by, I was able to look at their bad traits and keep reminding myself about their bad traits and not focus on their good traits. Initially, that was very difficult because I was madly in love, but knew that was the wrong person for me. So I kept reminding myself of all his bad traits and the negative traits as time went by. But I finally made it. It took me about 1 year to get over him. Now, you said this was many years ago that you were involved with this person. If I'm understanding this correctly, sometimes we idolize people, and not really, because it's someone from a previous lifetime. I felt like this person you were involved. Oh, thank you, Mara. Thank you so much, Mara Ang. I appreciate your donation. Thanks so much. And so sometimes we might have, keep thinking about someone, and I'm feeling like you and that person were together in a previous lifetime. And so it was a strong bond, but it feels like it just wasn't meant to be for a long-term connection in this lifetime. It feels like it would have fizzled out anyway if you had managed to stay together. Something would have it just feels like it would have fizzled out somehow, and you would have been disappointed anyway. And so I do feel like whenever you finally set yourself free from believing that you need to be back with this person, I feel like you're going to have a new beginning, and it's going to be a fresh start, and you will attract someone that really is a good match for you, that you can really be happy with long term. That's what I'm seeing here. But it's like you really have to finally cut the cord and set yourself free from wishing, for someone from the past, because it just feels like it's off in a distance. And even if you stayed together, it was gonna fizzle out somehow. So there is someone, once you totally open yourself up, there's going to be someone else that's really going to be a much better match for you. And it's going to be happier. It's going to be a happier situation. Okay, now Mara, let's see. Mara, did you ask a question? Thank you so much for your donation. Let's see. Mara, do you have a question for me? Oh, wait, I see it's something. I wonder when I have someone special coming in my life. I'm meeting dudes, but not for me. Okay, let's see. Mara, I'm feeling you got to raise your energy, your vibration somehow. Raise up, because I feel like you're capable of really radiating a lot of light and a lot of bright, shiny energy about your life. And when you're doing that, whenever you're really in that mode, you're going to attract someone else who's got bright light also. I feel like what you might want to do to start with, while you're wanting to meet someone special, is focus on the things in your life that are happy for you, whether it's some business you're pursuing, career, um, something creative, some creative activities you enjoy doing, something that feels like you. Because I'm feeling you do have a lot of creativity too. Do you do any kind of painting or anything? I'm almost seeing you doing watercolor painting or something. Um, I just feel like you have so much creativity. You're a creative soul, and you're capable of just putting something of a creative nature out there in the universe. It just looks creative and magical. Even there's something you need to engage in some kind of activities you really love. Oh no, I'm in the public eye. I'm throwing a public event. Well, that's good. That puts you out in front of people. But I'm getting something about you enjoying some kind of creativity that's inside of you. You need to bring it forward. Think about something you enjoy doing that makes you really happy. The more, and having a public event, that even feels good for meeting someone nice, to tell the truth, Mara. But it does feel like when you're doing something you love that you really identify with, and you're putting it out there and you're radiating this energy, it's an energy of light, because your soul is shining and bright, because you're filled with joy and really enjoying what you're doing, and you start radiating that energy out into the universe, you're going to be attracting really good quality people to yourself. So I would say just listen to your feelings about anything that pleases you, that makes you smile. And if it's, I feel like there's something creative about you, there's something artistic and creative. Whatever it is, think about that and start looking into it for yourself, maybe starting to dabble in it a little bit, because there's something that's just going to make your heart sing, and that you do some kind of activity. And when you're doing this and start getting engaged in it, I can't sing, I can't draw. Well, there's something you can do that's creative. I don't know what it is. I keep seeing something very colorful around you. I can't draw either, but I mean, if you look at some of the modern paintings, I mean, what the heck is that? Two big globs, a blue glob and a red glob that they put in a museum, and they say it's worth who knows what. I mean, you can be artistic and creative and not be able to draw. That's what I believe. So, I mean, really. So, there's something that's going to really please you and make you smile. That's what I feel like, Mara. Why don't you just pick? I mean, I'm just picking this out because I keep seeing something colorful about you. Maybe it's got to do with clothing or colorful clothing or something. There's something that makes you happy. It pleases you. But I wouldn't think it'd be a bad idea just to maybe sometime pick up some just a little package of watercolor paints in the paper you paint things on, for watercolors, and just put splashes. Look at a picture of a flower or something pretty or something you like, and just put splashes. I can take care of people well. That's good. That's great. As long as you're feeling happy when you're doing it, and you're not just doing it because you're good at it and you like to please others, because this is about, I'm seeing you doing something that pleases you from your heart and soul. Oh, I'm a happy person. I believe that. Well, keep radiating out this energy, but there's something colorful I keep seeing around you, like coming out of you, something colorful. I think you ought to think about it more. Think about that and poke around a little bit, because there's some kind of creative talent you have inside of you that makes you happy, and you haven't put it out there yet. But the more you're radiating from your spirit like that, you're going to be drawing more good quality people in general, whether it's for friends, business, romance. You're going to be radiating and attracting the good quality people you want. And along the way, that's going to be a romance, because I feel like you are going to meet, there's going to be a man you're going to meet that's going to be a really good match for you, Mara. Yeah, he feels business oriented to me. That's what he feels like. I feel like he's professional, intelligent, and good looking, does well for himself financially too. So yeah, so you've got good things to look forward to. Just get into that creativity mode. I feel like you're a lot more creative than you realize. Okay, Mara. Let's see. Did anybody else ask anything here? Okay, I don't see anybody else asking anything. And thanks again, Mara, for your donation. All right. Anybody else have a question? Otherwise, I'm going to wind it down. I'm looking over, see if I missed anybody here. Okay, I don't see another question from anyone. I'm going to get ready and close it out. So if you do have one, get it in quick. I'm just going to say thanks, everyone. And today is Thursday. So tomorrow, I'm not doing a zodiac sign tomorrow. What I'm going to do tomorrow, Friday evening, is when I just do a general reading somewhere between 6 and 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's New York time. If you're in another time zone, just put a Google search for New York time and you'll know immediately what the time difference is for you. And that just comes up immediately too. If you just put Google, New York time, it's like, okay, it's 5. I'm looking at my computer, 5:52 p.m. And let's say it's 3:52 your time, then you know it's a 2-hour difference, and I'm 2 hours later than you. So you can easily know what time that is for you. But anyway, the plan is between 6 and 6:30 p.m. every Friday evening to do a live stream general reading for all signs. And after I do the general reading, that you can ask questions. And that, again, it's for any sign, because even with these regular ones with the zodiac readings, at the end, anyone from any sign can ask a question. It's not just for that sign. It's just that's the reading for October, but at the end, it's for everybody that's interested in asking a question. Okay, and then Friday evening is the general reading for everybody. Okay, I don't see any more questions here. So thank you all so much for participating and for being here today. Thanks again, Mara, for your donation. And then tomorrow, well, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's the Friday evening general reading. And then the next one coming up is Virgo. Probably I'm going to do that Saturday. Most likely, I'm not certain, but that's my tentative plan right now, is to do the Virgo. But I will be making an announcement. I'll try to make an announcement at least a couple hours ahead of time. And so just be checking in. But I'm aiming to do them more sometime in the afternoon, like somewhere between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. at the latest, typically. But I just have to see as my day is going by, and then I'll make an announcement a couple hours ahead of time. So anyway, everybody, thanks for participating. Thanks for being here. And if you have time tomorrow evening for the Friday evening general reading, stop in for that. Have a great day or evening wherever you are.